treating anomalous reports as data, not doctrine. So where does the weight of evidence lie today? My honest take, based on what peer-reviewed studies and reputable research centers have published, is this. There are intriguing, reproducible signals that consciousness-like activity can occur near clinical death. There are controlled experimental results in mediumship literature that show small but non-trivial effects under certain conditions. And there are veridical reports from resuscitated patients that sometimes align with objective markers. None of this is proof that the living can routinely communicate with the dead in an ongoing, verifiable way. It is, however, enough to justify continued, better funded, and more transparent research. The phenomena are not irrational superstition. They are an empirical puzzle at the border of neuroscience, psychology, and culture. What are the most promising next steps? First, larger multi-site clinical studies that pre-register hypotheses and place objective targets in resuscitation environments. Second, more rigorous, blinded mediumship experiments with independent replication and publicly available data. Third, more detailed neurophysiological mapping of the dying brain across species with careful translation to human contexts. Fourth, interdisciplinary teams, neuroscientists, statisticians, ethicists, and bereavement specialists working together to design humane, scientifically rigorous protocols. And finally, open data sharing. Let other scientists analyze the raw reports, EEG traces, and experimental logs. Science progresses fastest when data are transparent and methods are replicable. For the curious layperson watching this video, what should you take away? First, be humble. We still don't know enough to draw absolute metaphysical conclusions. Second, be open-minded. Repeatable anomalous data are a good reason to investigate, not to panic. Third, be cautious. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and the burden of proof lies with those making the claims. And finally, recognize the human dimension. People find comfort, meaning, and sometimes life-changing closure in accounts of after-death communication. That human reality deserves respect, even as we apply the scalpel of science. The story unfolding at the edge of life is one of mystery and method. It's about EEG spikes in dying brains that force us to ask whether consciousness has a final flare. It's about carefully controlled experiments that suggest mediums may sometimes access information that defies easy explanation. It's about survivors telling stories that refuse to be dismissed as mere hallucination. It's also about healthy skepticism and the necessity of rigorous protocols. Science doesn't hand out certainties, but it does offer a path forward. Test, replicate, critique, refine.